Welcome to AP Chemistry. This video is simply meant to give you an idea of what the summer assignment is all about, what my expectations are for you, and why we are doing it. I'm going to guide you through the website a little bit and show you what needs to be done with that and with Canvas and what and how you're going to hand everything in. So this is the beginning of your packet. Obviously you all can read. First year chemistry though was kind of answering the how, and now this year we're going to answer more the why. A lot of chapters will seem like it will cover some of the same material, which is absolutely excellent. That'll only help you. But then we will add a lot of extra depth and connections from one chapter to the next, from one piece of material to the next. Why are we doing a summer assignment? The reason why we're doing a summer assignment is that the first 3 chapters of the book and the material that we're going over are all things that you have learned. Now, the majority of first semester covers things that we have learned, and then we add extra layers to it. But the first 3 chapters are things that we need to have down, like stoichiometry, working with atoms and masses and relationships and ratios. Those things need to be reviewed, revisited, so we can hit the ground running, and we have enough time for review in May. Okay? It also does the following things on the sheet. Completing these assignments will reintroduce you some of the basic concepts. Your ability to complete these assignments will demonstrate your level of commitment as well as your work ethic, and will give you an opportunity to impress upon me the type of student you are. And last but not least, completing these assignments will allow you more class time for difficult and less familiar concepts to be covered during the school year. Okay, so by doing this, by spending a little time each month during the summer, we will be better off throughout the entire year. So let's take a look at our packet. First thing, you are all enrolled in summer class. You do not have to come. It is free, but it is highly advised that you come. They are very well attended over the years, and we answer questions, we go over material, I do sample problems, and it's only for an hour. It's nice to connect, it's nice to have a little time to visit and start creating the sense of the class and the expectations that we're all going to have. So you can see the dates, you can see what we're covering. Just understand that you're not handing anything in to me ever. Everything's going to be handed in through Canvas, which we will get to in a moment. But they will all be in LGI 2 from 5 to 6. I'm very punctual with this. I'll never go over. Sometimes we'll leave a little early, but usually it is the full hour. So hopefully get that on your calendar, and we'll see you on those dates. All right. With the Flex Mod, we kind of have a very unique opportunity in AP. You will notice on your Monday and your Friday, you only have 1 mod. So we start the week and we end the week on a single mod class. Last year was the first time I did it like that, and it seemed to be very successful. The students loved it. The middle of the week, we have our normal lab groups, and on Thursday, we have our large group, which we will all meet. There are over 40 of you, so we will have 2 different classes during the week. What I'm adding is something new this year, though. You will notice on Monday, I have written flipped class. What that signifies is that you are going to have to watch a very short lecture or video going over some material. A flipped classroom is just what it says. It is flipped. It is opposite. You watch a lecture or a video before class, and then we go over answer questions only. So you're not watching or listening to me give a lecture. I understand that many of you in the beginning will probably push this off or not watch it or think you can get away with this. That will start to catch up with you. I am not in the mood or wanting to police this in ways of quizzes and things like that. I'd like this to be something where you have the opportunity to watch something at your own pace, at your own time, and then we really maximize our Mondays by answering questions, either by looking at worksheets or our bookwork, or being able to kind of dive deeper into maybe the more difficult parts of that topic. But I'm going to try this year. Hopefully it'll work. Mondays will be a kind of an interesting, unique class for us each week, where it's more of your ability to get some extra work done and answered by watching a lecture during the weekend. And I will have that ready to go by Friday probably of each week. Additionally, you'll see all the materials. The one thing I would really like you to have, this is not a suggestion, I would like you to have a 3-ring binder with loose leaf paper. The binder should be about 2 to 2.5 inches. Don't do it less than 2, and I would not have it more than 3 inches for your binder. You will be getting reference sheets. You will be able to put different kinds of homework assignments all within your binder, and that'll be a really helpful thing for you. Besides that, you do need a scientific calculator, lab notebook you probably already have, and goggles. You can buy them if you'd like, or else you can always use our class set. Finally, the bottom line, I strongly suggest you getting a review book from Barnes & Noble or Amazon or something like that. My 2 suggestions are Princeton Review or Barron's, but that's a preference. They are not required. I'm not going over them ever. That's more for a personal use for you. So everything will be online. I know like everything is usually through Canvas, but I like to use the website that I've created as well. So please get this bookmarked on your iPad or on any device that you're using. If you can't find it, simply just go to Google and type in AP Chemistry Pulaski, and you should be able to find it. Okay, on the website itself, you will find your homework links and your AP summer assignment. It doesn't quite look like this, but it's pretty close. This is what it currently looks like. Again, very close. I have the summer assignments, summer school, class schedule here, when everything's due. The handout, if you ever lose it, if you ever lose your handout, here it is. Boom. Some reference sheets, which we will talk about, and then your online textbook, which I will go over in a minute. Additionally, there are some other things on here. You can click on these and you can watch videos. So if I click on this, I can watch a video. These are really helpful if you need something. You're like, well, why would I need it? Well, let's go to stoichiometry once. And the mole and Avogadro's number, I'll click that once. This is very important. You're going to like this. Your login is significant, and your password is figures. Significant figures. I did not make that up. I wish I did. They are not the most exciting lectures, but they are helpful. What's nice about it, though, is as they're talking, it tells you where they are on the layout. Whoops. Where did I go? So I can fast forward through this. And it has images as he's talking through stuff. So if you're ever having any issues and you can't get the extra help that you needed from my videos, this is definitely an option, but you need significant figures. So let's talk about your actual assignment. Here's the checklist. So by June 16th, you need to just answer the quiz questions that are linked to this assignment right now, which you just found in modules. So after you watch this, you just answer the quick questions, and you should submit that, and you get your points, okay? But then starting here, there's an ebook, and then it says Chapter Video 1 viewed, Chapter Video 1 Quiz 1, Chapter 1 Video 2 viewed, Chapter 1 Video Quiz 2, Chapter 1 Quiz 1, Quiz 2, Quiz 3. So these little video quizzes are really short, really short. I'm wanting you to watch some sort of a video. It's like a mini lecture or something that I found on YouTube, and then you need to answer the questions. The other quizzes will take a little longer. You probably will need some pen and paper, and you will have to work through that. Okay? There will be certain quizzes that I will require you to submit your work. So please understand, if you're taking a quiz and it says show work, you need to show the work, and then you need to submit that at the ending. homework ebook itself right here, you need a parent signature. So at the ending, you need to put that on the top, and then you take a picture of it and you submit it onto Canvas on the appropriate homework page. If we scroll all the way down, there is a chapter 4. Don't forget that. That's at the same time. And that is a typo. I am sorry. This should have said July 1st. This should say August 1st. This should say September 5th right here. I'll say that again. This should say July 1st. This should say August 1st. This should say September 5th. So there are my corrections. Sorry about that. I would correct it on your own sheet so you understand. The thing I wanted to finish up with the checklist are two things, the 27 through 29 here. You need handwritten note cards. No, not on a phone, not something typed up. I need you to handwrite it. There's something proven about you writing something down and having it kind of connect in your brain that needs to be due on the first day of school. You're making note cards and study sheets for solubility rules, polyatomic ions, and strong acids and bases. Where can you find all that? On the website. So right here, here's a reference sheet, polyatomic ions and solubility rules. So you can look, this should look very familiar. We need to know all of our polyatomic ions. Don't freak out. Everybody can handle this. Everybody's done it in the past in AP, and we'll talk about those things this summer. That's a lot of what this summer is about, talking about how we're going to memorize this. I have a lot of tricks for you, how you're going to do the polyatomic ions. The other thing on here are strong acids and bases. We learned this at the ending of this last year. Here's your strong acids. Here are your strong bases. Okay, so that'll be helpful for you. Finally, all of this comes to a head when we get into the first week of school. We will have a polyatomic ion quiz on the second day. Again, we work on it this summer. We're going to do strong acids and bases and solubility rules on the third day of school, and then we do a little test kind of summarizing the summer work. So if you've been keeping up with your work and you do it every single month, that quiz or that test, or whatever you want to call it, on the 5th day on September 11th will be just fine. And that will be how you start off the year. So you put in the time and your effort and a little bit of attention to detail during the summer, a little bit each month. You're going to start off AP Chemistry with some solid quiz scores and a really nice homework chunk, which is worth 340 points. And you set yourself up for success. All this will be on Canvas. It'll be under modules. It will be all under modules. This is what last year's looked like, and I will get it up and running in the next few days. So it'll look something like this. Under modules, you have like Chapter 1 video, and then you take the quiz. Chapter 1 video 2, sorry. And maybe I have two parts. Maybe we have one part, and then Chapter 1 video quiz 2. Then you'll have your Chapter 1 quizzes, Chapter 2, and so on and so forth. You have to submit your ebook work. And then your video 1, quiz 1, video 2, quiz 2, quiz 1, quiz 2, quiz 3. So that's how it's going to kind of look. That's how it translates from that checklist onto your modules. And they need to be done in order. Okay? In order. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be changing this so your ebook is last. The ebook will be last, and the reason why is that if you're having any questions or confusions, the videos are going to help you. So by watching the videos, you'll be able to do your work on the ebook much better. So let's talk about the ebook quickly. Here's your bookwork. This is in your packet. I give you the numbers. Here they are. You got to do all these. All right, and again, they're due by the beginning of each month. Let me just read this to be very clear. Title each homework assignment clearly with the chapter and problem on top of the front sheet. So what I'd like is Chapter 1, and then you should list all of these on the top. So it's very clear to me what you're working on. You will include a parent signature under your name on the top of your sheet that will verify that this is your work and that you put in the time. And then last, your work should be neat and organized. Please try to do it as much as you can in order. If you have multiple pages, you need to submit all those pages. Okay, so here they all are. So what will this look like? Well, I gave you a guide in your work on your handout. Okay, You can bookmark this, but I have it online. It's the online textbook. To get in, again, login is significant. Password is figures. If you're not being able to get in and it asks you for a password and a login, that's what it is. It's significant figures. It's the same thing. So I'm going to maneuver through this in a minute. I want to show you two of these. You can get a tutorial and a video lesson as well. So if you're struggling through something, that can help. So let's go look at it. So I'm back at the website, and here's my summer work. First, if you are unable to get onto the online textbook, which is right here in the upper right, I have done something else for you. So this is going to be really helpful in case your device cannot handle this. On the bottom, I have pages, and I honestly don't know why those are boxed, of each chapter. So chapter 1 bookwork, all of your problems are on these pages. So let's take a look. If I hit this, here it is. I made a PDF, and you can find the numbers that are required from your packet. Okay, so you do the proper numbers and you work it through. Okay, so if the online textbook isn't working, this is more than enough. But let's take a look at the online textbook. So I click this, and I can hit contents, and I can go to whatever chapter. So let's say I'm on chapter 2 already. I hit chapter 2. This is actually all the reading. Okay, so maybe I want to do a double page. I hit this up here, and I can look through it. I manage this by hitting next, and I can read it. Oh, I want a single page. I want to read this. So if you're struggling, weird concept, but you might actually have to read a little bit. Oh, here's a video lesson. I can hit this. Oops, and it doesn't work. It might work in a different view, but that's meant to be working right there. Okay, so what I did, let me show you. The reason why I write starts on page 71 or starts on page 118, because you can type those right in. So if I want to start on page 118, I just highlight 43 right there and type 118, hit enter, and voila, I'm at that page. I can find my problems, I can work on them. Okay? So that should be extremely helpful for you. Otherwise, you can also just go to the contents. Again, I'm in that chapter, and then I just slide down and it says questions and exercises, and I can just hit that, and there it is, and it's starting. And those are my problems again. So, your first assignment is to go to the little mini quiz that we have that is associated with the summer assignment. You fill that out and you submit it, and because Canvas can track that you watch this video, you'll get points for watching the video, as well as taking the quiz proving that you've watched this, and then you can start your chapter 1. If it is not up and running, just trust me that it will be up and running shortly in the next day or so. If you have any questions at any time, you can always get a hold of me by email. I will try to get back to you within a day. If not, please be patient with me. Worst case scenario, just write me or copy and paste the exact same email and just send it to me again. Sometimes it just gets buried. So I'm really looking forward to this year. I'm always excited to start another year of AP Chemistry. This year will just be that much bigger and better. So again, if you need anything, let me know. Have a great summer. Do relax. It is important for that. But try to get a little work done each month as well.